The following program is produced by students of the Brian Lamb School of Communication at Purdue University.
This week on Fast Track, we're taking you behind the scenes of the Railroad Club's hidden digs in the Union.
And later, one of our reporters getting up close and personal with some creepy crawlies in the Purdue Bug Barn. These stories and more are coming up on this week's edition of Fast Track.
Thank you for tuning into Fast Track. In honor of our first big win of the season against Indiana State, we're bringing you to Ross-Ade Stadium. I'm Liz Van Ostenberg.
And I'm Eileen Sapahi. Here at Purdue, we have plenty of classrooms and lecture halls, but never have we thought to have a classroom located in a residence hall. Until now. Located on the corner of Russell and 3rd Street, the construction for a new honors college facility will incorporate both academic and faculty involvement within residential experience.
The new residence hall will also help with the growing number of students opting to live on campus. Our very own Eileen Sapahi has a story.
At 103% capacity, there are more students opting to live in residence halls than space provides. Mike Shettle, Director of Administration, talks about Purdue's plans to solve this problem.
Now, in the future, if you notice over on 3rd and Russell Street, there's a building under construction which will open next fall. And that is a residence hall that will have 800 beds in it. So we recognize the increasing demand for housing is continuing, and so we're building that project, and there are others being conceived and developed.
Across from Windsor Hall, the construction of the new honors dorm is well underway. This new honors residence hall will allow honors students to attend certain classes like honors seminars in the same complex. This new dorm will have approximately 800 beds, honors college offices, classroom space, meeting rooms, a 500-person auditorium, and retail food on the ground floor. This new facility is a part of the Purdue Moves initiative, which includes a plan to better optimize faculty and student interaction and have classes taught in places like new residence facilities. A new name for the dorm hasn't been announced yet, but by fall 2016, students can call this place home.
For Fast Track, I'm Eileen Sapahi.
For those in the mood for an entertaining evening of the arts, there is no need to spend the big money to travel to a major city. A new and original musical is set to open here in our own backyard.
Betty's Diner is preparing to open its doors for the first time to the public. Reporter Krista McEnany has more on the upcoming production.
Betty's Diner is the brainchild of award-winning songwriter Carrie Newcomer and internationally recognized playwright Richard Thomas. With musical director Gary Walters, this has been a project 10 years in the making.
I'm just delighted and so excited that Purdue University Theater has chosen Betty's Diner, the musical, as one of their main productions this year. It's a wonderful thing when a university takes on a new work.
While talking with the musical's director, Robin McKee, one thing became abundantly clear. Betty's Diner is a funny and loving endeavor that explores our deepest desires for family and a sense of community.
The show is about community. The show is about creating family and choosing, in a sense, your family members.
No need to worry about the limited space the Mallet Theater has to offer. The setting was deliberately picked for a more intimate environment.
So it's not a Broadway musical like a Broadway. Don't expect, Les Mis kind of opera singing vocals, big Broadway, 30 people, kick stream, types of dances and things like that. It's we put it in the Mallet because it's small, it's intimate, it's personable, and these people are very real.
Overall, what do the creators hope you'll take from the experience?
What do you want people to do when they leave this play? They may go to the to the bar or the diner or the coffee shop, and they might chat about, this idea or that idea. But really, if we're successful, they're just going to walk out and with a big smile on their face and feel like they don't know why, but they're in a really good mood.
A sensory delight. Betty's Diner is a witty and sometimes comical mix of all the best things live theater has to offer. Set in a small college town in southern Indiana, Betty's Diner appeals to anyone who has been longing for a sense of community.
It's going to be wonderful, and I hope everyone comes and brings everyone they know.
Betty's Diner premieres September 25th at 7:30 p.m. and runs until October 10th at the Carroll and Gordon Mallet Theater in Powell Hall here at Purdue. For Fast Track News, I'm Krista McEnany.
Thanks, Krista. Technology plays a huge part in everyday life, but recently has become a bit distracting. Some would even say it's beginning to impede on academics when used improperly.
Teachers have begun to see an overwhelming amount of students' grades drop due to texting during lectures. Here is Julie Villanova with the story.
A recent University of Nebraska study has shown that students are prone to check their cell phones about 11 times on average during a 50-minute class period. This deters their attention of learning and paying attention to the professor.
Technology has a place in the classroom if you're using it for what is happening in the class. Research shows us that it can be valuable. For instance, if a student is texting or taking notes about the material in the course, it's actually pretty valuable to the student. But if a student is texting or on Facebook or not listening, research shows us that student is going to suffer about a letter grade deduction than the rest of the class. So it all depends on how you use technology. It's not inherently bad in the classroom. It's inherently bad if you're not using it to further their education.
Even though research shows there are cons while texting during class, students have very different opinions.
I do not think that texting in class hurts your ability to learn at all, because I've done it since I was a freshman and my grades have not suffered at all from it. So
I walk to my class every day and the classroom is locked and the students have to wait to let in. And there's 20 students all on their phone. They don't know each other's names. They're not speaking to each other. 10 years ago, they'd all be talking to each other, getting to know each other. So it's absolutely affected interpersonal communication. It's almost like that instead of interpersonal communication, you now have all mediated communication.
Next time you're out with family and friends, think twice before texting at the table.
I'm Julie Villanova reporting for Fast Track.
Stay tuned because when we come back, we're visiting the Purdue Farmers Market.
We've also got your first look at weather back after this.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
We are all Boilermakers, but we're also much more. We're history makers, exploring the farthest reaches of our universe, often when strapped to a rocket. We are hope makers, rebuilders of Haitian cityscapes who ensure they'll now withstand any disaster. We are difference makers, developers of drought-resistant crops that just might end world hunger. The fact is, what we make moves the world forward. We are Purdue, makers all.
I am an American.
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 That's the way most of us put it, just matter of factly.
They're plain words, those four. You could write them on your thumbnail
or sweep them across the bright autumn sky.
But remember, too, that they are more than just words.
They are a way of life.
So whenever you speak them firmly.
Speak them proudly, speak them gratefully. I am an American.
I am an American.
I am an American.
I am an American.
I am poised under pressure. I led Purdue to a come-from-behind victory in my first start. I am focused on the field and in class. I draw inspiration from the cradle of quarterbacks. I am Rob Henry, and I am a Boilermaker.
Well, welcome back. We've been on quite the roller coaster ride with your weather these past few weeks. We've been hot, we've been cool, we've had lots of sunshine, especially this past week, but now we're back to those rain chances. In your evening planner, 8 p.m., 76 degrees, chances of showers and thunderstorms. Those chances are just going to increase as we head later into your evening and into tomorrow morning. 2 a.m., 68 degrees with those chances of showers and thunderstorms. Now, most places are going to see overnight lows in the mid-60s. We're going to get down to 65 degrees here in Lafayette, 65 in Rensselaer, as well as 65 in Warsaw. And a bit warmer to the south, you're going to see 69 degrees for the overnight low in Indianapolis. We do want to share some viewer photos with you. This is from Ross-Ade Stadium last Saturday. You see we have lots of cloud coverage. Luckily, those clouds did begin to break as we headed later into the afternoon. It was a breezy day. We can see that right here, as well as some of the clouds starting to break, the sunshine peeking through, and sunshine is really what dominated the rest of this past week. This is outside of the Engineering Mall. We can see the beautiful fountain in the background, nice blue skies, as well as the sun shining down here. Here in the shade, though, that's where I would have wanted to be. This is a view outside the Memorial Lawn just yesterday. You can see we also had lots of sunshine. The farmers market, you can see, was actually going on here yesterday. And speaking of the farmers market, I just happen to have this very large bag of popcorn that I got at the farmers market just yesterday. So if you happen to be out looking for lunch, maybe fresh fruits or veggies, a big bag of popcorn or many other items, just keep in mind that the farmers market will be out at Purdue every Thursday until October.
Thanks, Krista. Looking for some fresh local food for lunch? The Purdue Farmers Market can be found on Memorial Mall every Thursday until October 29th.
If you're on campus between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m., you can meet local vendors and purchase homemade food or fresh veggies and fruits. Fast Track reporter Rachel Bibler was at the farmers market this past week. Let's see what she had to say.
The Purdue Farmers Market, organized by the Office of University Sustainability, is open every Thursday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. in the center of Purdue's campus. Local farmers and small business owners' goal is to bring healthy foods to the Purdue community while also collaborating with local Lafayette business owners.
I sell drinks, fruited lemonade and fruited water that doesn't have sugar in it. I also have minis of jellies. I have hyper tuppa pots, plant markers. I sell hydrangeas when they're in season, this is prime for them now, plants and some vegetables.
This unique culture on campus offers locally grown foods and organic foods such as fruits, vegetables, plants, meats, breads, and as well as homemade foods.
Well, as an international student, it allows me to get food that I don't normally get in my country.
Many students around the lawn of Memorial Mall enjoy the food and social aspect each week. Join Purdue community this Thursday for locally grown food and a chance to get a taste into the culture of Purdue's farmers market. Reporting for Fast Track, I'm Rachel Bibler.
Well, as Purdue students, we have most likely all seen and heard Purdue's legendary mascot, the Boilermaker Special.
The spirit of our unique mascot is noted everywhere on campus, but our Fast Track reporter, Spencer Huffmeyer, found some Boilermaker ingenuity in an unexpected place. Let's see what he discovered in our very own student union.
Many students visit the union on campus every day to grab some Starbucks, hang out with their friends, or grab some lunch. What you probably didn't realize is that the union is home to much, much more. If by chance you find yourself wandering around in the basement of the union, look for the railroad tracks painted on the floor, and you might find something unexpected. Tucked away in a corner of the union basement, you will find a connection to Purdue's rich railroading history. The Purdue Railroad Club, founded in 1935, is one of the oldest organizations at Purdue University.
We model a wide variety, but mostly a modern era of Indiana railroading. This club is designed to give an opportunity to students to show skills in craftsmanship and modeling. It also allows them to run models of their own in a space that they may not have at home.
The 3-room, fully operational HO scale layout is a byproduct of the 3 previous layouts from past years. The current evolving layout, located in B87, is open from 7 to 9 p.m. Wednesdays and Fridays during the school year. Sophomore member Christopher Borgen says the club lets him relive his childhood days, spending time modeling with his dad.
I spend about 4 hours a week here, 2 on Wednesday, 2 on Friday typically. And in those 4 hours, it can involve anything from just doing small maintenance work to the layout, running a train, or adding on to a scene and completing the scene. The other guys, they all have their own specialties. There's people who specialize in electronics, people who are really good at painting and artistic. There's other people who just enjoy running the trains and almost always will have a train or 4 running at the same time. And if you ever have a question about anything they're doing, they will love to answer and help you out and do whatever they can.
If you'd like more information on Purdue Railroad Club, check them out on Facebook. Reporting for Fast Track, this is Spencer Huffmeyer.
When we come back, we have the latest from the Purdue Art Galleries.
And you won't want to miss one of our reporters getting up close and personal with some creatures in the bug barn. Stay tuned.
That's one small step for man. One giant leap for mankind.
We are all Boilermakers, but we're also much more. We're history makers, exploring the farthest reaches of our universe, often when strapped to a rocket. We are hope makers, rebuilders of Haitian cityscapes who ensure they'll now withstand any disaster. We are difference makers, developers of drought-resistant crops that just might end world hunger. The fact is, what we make moves the world forward. We are Purdue, makers all.
I am an American.
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 That's the way most of us put it, just matter of factly.
They're plain words, those 4. You could write them on your thumbnail
or sweep them across the bright autumn sky.
But remember, too, that they are more than just words.
They are a way of life.
So whenever you speak them firmly.
Speak them proudly. Speak them gratefully. I am an American.
I am an American.
I am an American.
I am an American.
I am poised under pressure. I led Purdue to a come-from-behind victory in my first start. I am focused on the field and in class. I draw inspiration from the cradle of quarterbacks. I am Rob Henry, and I am a Boilermaker.
Smith Hall, room 124, might seem like a normal classroom, but it is far from it. The entomology department has set up an interactive learning center that is unique from any other on campus.
Reporter Taylor Briscoe is about to show us what lurks in the room entomology majors know well. Let's take a look.
When walking the hallways of the Smith building, a peculiar sign may have caught your eye before. But have you ever dared to step inside? Located inside room 124 is the Boiler Bug Barn, a room that at first could be a person's worst nightmare until they talk with Education Outreach Coordinator Gwen Pearson.
Yeah, the important thing is that these are all working animals. They're here to help us teach and to help us get people to get past that, oh my God, it's a spider.
So although this room may sound like a chamber of fear, it is actually a very important educational space. The barn allows students and community members alike to observe and learn about different species of tarantulas, hissing cockroaches, and even a honeybee hive, just how it would appear in the wild.
They are amazing. Yeah, they're absolutely amazing.
Having this beehive provides a unique learning opportunity for all, as they can get this close to bees without fearing getting stung.
Once you get to see them, and you can really see them on their comb, they come back with the pollen baskets, and you can see them coming back and forth. You can see them doing their bee dances. You can see them feeding each other and taking care of their babies. It really is super interesting and helps a lot of people get over their fear of bees.
And if spiders pique your interest, you can look and learn from an exoskeleton before facing the real thing. The Boiler Bug Barn is so interactive, you might even leave with a new friend. Reporting for Fast Track News, I'm Taylor Briscoe.
Wow, she's a brave soul. Thanks, Taylor. Well, whether you have a passion for creating art or simply enjoy marveling at others' creations, the Purdue Art Galleries is proud to showcase the work of some local artists.
Liz Van Ostenburg was able to visit the gallery and take a look at a hidden gem in the Lafayette community. Here's Liz with more.
I'm here at downtown Lafayette at Fountain Gallery, home of Purdue Galleries. Now, let's go take a look inside. Purdue Galleries, located in Stewart Center as well, hosts regional, national, and international artists every 6 weeks. Open and free to the public, people of all ages can enjoy snacks and refreshments while hearing an inside scoop of a variety of contemporary artists. Craig Martin, director of Purdue Galleries, picks these artists once a year for the exhibitions. They focus on having a range of different mediums, from paintings and prints to sculptures that can attract people from different curriculums and the greater Lafayette area.
And people are just walking in for a free experience with contemporary art, things that they've never seen before and probably won't have an opportunity to see in other places.
Last week was the opening expedition for Wisconsin native Tom Perez, presenting his show Towards the North. Tom's work blends abstraction and realism with acrylic, oil paint, and spray paint. Each painting takes about a month to produce, with a serious personal connection for him.
I think about my studio practice as a filter of trying to understand the meaning of life.
It is important for Tom to showcase his art to the public.
I'm interested in showing the work, and I'm interested in constantly putting pressure on myself.
Fountain Gallery is open from noon to 7 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. Purdue Galleries is constantly changing up the shows and making sure that they have contemporary and different artists. I'm Liz Van Ostenburg, reporting for Fast Track. Well, here's hoping for some nice weather for our Boilermakers as they take on the Virginia Tech Hokies this weekend.
Let's pass it over to Krista for a final look at what we can expect in the forecast ahead. Krista?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. I can't finish this all by myself just yet. But I will have plenty of time to do that tonight because I'm just going to be staying indoors. We're going to have mostly cloudy skies with showers and thunderstorms in your forecast. So that'll give me plenty of time to finish off that bag of popcorn. In your evening planner, 8 p.m., 76 degrees, 10 p.m., 72 degrees with showers and thunderstorms. These chances are increasing as we head into your late overnight hours and early hours tomorrow morning. By 2 a.m., 68 degrees with those chances of showers and thunderstorms. Most places are going to see lows in the mid-60s tonight. We're going to get down to 65 degrees in Lafayette, 65 in Rensselaer, as well as 66 degrees in Kokomo, and 69 degrees for the overnight low in Indianapolis. Now, Virginia Tech and Purdue playing at Ross-Ade Stadium tomorrow. What's your weather going to be like? Well, we're going to have showers and thunderstorms early in the morning. We're expecting those to be pretty much cleared out by game time. We're going to have this cold front passing through, really dropping those high temperatures, and then we're going to have decreasing cloudiness throughout the day. So really we're expecting a cooler day and mostly dry as we head into the afternoon. But for your day planner, 8 a.m., chances of showers and thunderstorms, 66 degrees. Then by the time we get to noon, 69 degrees. We start to see those chances of showers and thunderstorms starting to decrease. By 2 p.m., just a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms, 70 degrees. Then by 4 p.m., half an hour after kickoff, we're going to get to our high temperature of 71 degrees with just that slight chance of showers and thunderstorms. Highs tomorrow in Rensselaer, we're going to get up to 70 degrees, 72 degrees here in Kokomo. We're going to be at 73 degrees off to our west in Champaign, as well as 75 degrees for the high tomorrow in Indianapolis. Just wanted to take a look at our future radar to show you how this rain will be moving in. Friday, 8 p.m., we're going to have these showers and thunderstorms in the area. So we progress later into the evening, 2 a.m., still have this large system off to our west. It's going to continue to bring us some showers and thunderstorms throughout the rest of the early morning hours. 8 a.m., showers and thunderstorms starting to push their way east past Lafayette, but we are going to keep our chances of these isolated showers and thunderstorms in the forecast. But then by 2 p.m., this is before game time, we're looking to be mostly cleared out of the system and starting to decrease in clouds and letting that sun start to peek out in your 7-day forecast. So that's what we see. Lots of sunshine right after this rain moves out on Saturday. Sunday, a high of 73, very sunny. Monday, a repeat, a high of 73. Then by Tuesday, we're looking at a high of 77, very sunny conditions. Wednesday, just a little bit of cloud coverage, a high of 79. And then on Thursday and Friday to end your week, a high in the mid-70 with lots of sunshine.
At Purdue, we have a lot of unique talent waiting to be discovered.
Fast Track reporter Beth Stanley got to meet a young artist with a very different way of creating music. Let's take a look.
Talent comes in many different forms at Purdue University. For junior Harry Chorus, it's throat singing. He calls himself Vox, a Latin term for voice. His talent is one that has taken years to master.
I guess my first beatbox sound, I would suck my cheeks and you make the fish face, and then you got to bite down on your cheeks and you just kind of got to blow out a little bit. So when I was 3 years old, I was running around emulating a sound like that.
From race car noises to being able to layer up to 5 sounds, Chorus says that he's had some influence from a variety of sources. A didgeridoo from Dave Crow and beatboxing from his cousin Costa have been incorporated in making his unique sound that he has been working on since high school.
I got down where I could beatbox really well for the last 2 weeks of senior year. So right there, I was just check it, and I was like, bun, dun, 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 dun. So then I kind of just went into this beatboxing mode for the whole summer, every single day for the majority of the day I was beatboxing, just nonstop.
Thinking about trying throat singing for yourself? With 11 different sounds and mastery of your unused lower vocal cords, this skill is not an easy one to develop.
There's the throat singing, the beatboxing. Technically there's 3 sounds going on when I'm doing the throat singing. So you get 3 sounds there, and then whatever beats I'm doing to the beatbox, so the beatboxing beat can be 7 different sounds, so then you're looking at 11 things all merged together.
And there's just one more quality that Chorus says is helpful. As a computer engineer, he is a very logical thinker, which helps him in arranging the layers of his music.
To how I organize my beats, I'd have to explain to you essentially what's more this logical structure that I've created for creating beats. So that's why I have to pick off pieces, and then sometimes I don't, in order for me to show you how it connects through, it would just take too long for me to explain.
Okay, so I'm here with Harry. He's going to teach me a little bit about his talent, and I'm going to try to learn how to do this. So we're going to start with the basic one.
All right.
Here we go.
This is just a basic throat singing drone sound. Yeah, there you go. Do a grunt.
All right, well, I think that's about as good as it's going to get. For Fast Track, I'm Beth Stanley.
Now that's all we have for this week's edition of Fast Track. I'm Liz Van Ostenburg.
And I'm Island Sapahi. Join us again next week as we take you through more stories on Purdue's campus. Have a great weekend.